Welcome to the Level Up Life podcast. I'm your host, Scottie Hobbs, where we're here to remind you that your family is your most important work, help you feel better, and learn how to earn more income for your family. I'm here with my friend Mathieu. He is an award-winning acrobatic performer and former Cirque du Soleil artist, best known for his original Bolillo act, a two-time French national gymnastic champion. He is the author of Unleashing the Handstand in You and inventor of the BoliFit device. Mathieu, welcome to the show.
Well, first of all, thank you, Scottie, to having me on your podcast. And so my name is Mathieu Bolillo. I am a French-Spanish. I live in Las Vegas for the last, for a total of 14 years. First time in 2004 because Cirque du Soleil offered me a contract in Las Vegas in the show K at the MGM Grand. And then second time since 2018, I'm back here as a freelancer performer, but also a fitness coach. And before all of that, I was a gymnast. I was a high-level gymnast in France, in Bordeaux, you know, where the good red wine is. And I've been doing gymnastics for 16 years. At the high level, I got 2 French titles on floor exercises in 1999 and 2001. So it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Then just being passionate about movement, about acrobatics, about helping people also, but in my way, which is in a unique way, I want to say.
Yeah, I want to eventually get into talking about your unique way to coach people, but I want to go back into your story. There's like so many things I heard: Cirque du Soleil, some national titles, being a gymnast. What age were you? Like, I'm always curious about people that are elite, whether it's an elite athlete like you are, or an entrepreneur. You're like on both ends of that. But when did you start gymnastics? Like, how old were you when you first did your first class?
Well, I was 8, and it was just. I was in school, and then during the break, I was observing the other kids. They were trying to do a front handspring.
Okay.
And I was observing that from far, and I'm like, I was observing them, and they were all falling on their butt, on their back. They were like running like crazy and then trying it, but didn't succeed. And I was kind of laughing. You're 8-year-old little boy. You laugh at that. And then I'm like, wait a second, let me try on my own. So I was on my own, and I tried it, and I land on my feet. And then that just clicked to me. I'm like, oh, that's what I want to do, gymnastics. So after school, I say to my mom, I want to do gymnastics. Can you help me find, like a gym near home? And then I ended up to the nearest gym. And then that became my passion. My coach was all-star, like kind of army, coaching with a cigar.
Yeah.
And he made me love gymnastics, Then from there, I discovered that I had a talent about gymnastics, about movement. And then I pursued until I became a 2 times French champion. I was very close to make the Olympics, but sometimes it's not your path. So I was continuing, and then what happened is one day my sister, like my parents and my sister, they are my biggest fan. I was dragging them. They didn't push me. I was pushing them to go with me, So I'm so grateful that my family, my parents and my sister, they just were like, okay, we are with you, let's do it. But then one day, my sister saw that I was starting to be I was bored now in gymnastics. I needed something more, So in December 2002, for Christmas, she offered me a DVD of Cirque du Soleil for the show Allegria. And me, I was so gymnast only. I
Hmm.
was like, Cirque du Soleil, what is that? I didn't even know what it was. I kind of was like making fun of my sister, like, what is that? And then she's like, just put the DVD. So I put the DVD, and then 5 minutes. It took me 5 minutes to say, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like how do I proceed and everything. So back in the days, I have to send to Montreal a cassette. Remember that?
I remember that. We're the same age.
Yeah. So I have to send that. I did like a crazy editing because there is no YouTube, there is no iPhone at this time.
Hmm.
So I sent that to Montreal, and then a couple months later, they invited me for an audition in Germany, in Berlin, Germany. So I went there. I succeed to the audition, and then they're like, "Okay, now you are in our database. Just just wait." I'm like, "Really? Okay." So I have to wait because you could be called in a month, in a week, in a year, in 10 years, or never.
Yeah.
It just depends what they need. And then a year and a half later, they called me. At the moment where I let it go, because I was like constantly, watching on the mail. Like if I have a letter, I was dreaming about it. Like, and then I'm like, oh, after 1 year, I'm like, I should let go. And then I just let go, and then a couple of months later, they call me. They call me and they say, hey, we have a contract for you in Las Vegas. Are you available? I'm like, oh, I'm like, yeah, I'm available.
I'm ready.
Oh, I'm ready. And then two
What was
weeks
the show
later,
again? You mentioned the first show you
Ka.
did.
I was in the show. I was in Ka.
Ka. Okay.
Yes, at the MGM Grand.
Yeah. That one's always at the MGM Grand, right? The Ka show.
Yeah, I mean it's permanent there because it's an amazing show. It's one of a kind. If I tell you that there is a stage moving inside the theater, this is absolutely insane. Um, yeah, so then I arrived there, and then I barely spoke English. Like and then just when you are in the environment, this is how you learn because you have no choice. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Pretty much in that moment, it was an amazing experience with Cirque. I stayed with them almost 6 years. And a lots of ups, but also some downs. I broke my leg
Oh,
during a training, and that was devastating because as an acrobat, if you broke your leg, then you're useless. You
yeah.
know, so I have to relearn how to walk. And then at some point, when I was doing my rehab, I was looking at my friends in the training room. They were like doing those crazy things, that I used to do.
Hmm.
And then suddenly I got a revelation, and I'm like, well, if I can't use my legs, I'm just going to use my hands. And that's how I became a handstand specialist, a handstand master, because I
Wow.
couldn't use my legs. So I took the time to not to learn because I was doing it already when I was a gymnast, but
Mhm.
now to go beyond the simple handstand, you
Yeah.
know. And that's how I became a handstand master, I want to say. Um, then after that, I decided to um, I wanted to create something on my own because I was part of this big machine of Cirque du Soleil, you know. But I wanted to do something on my own, so I took the risk to leave from a very good money, a very good situation, and I took the risk. I came back to France to create my own act, and then something happened. When I came back at the age of 30, so I came back at the age of 30 in France, and 3 weeks later, I contracted the chickenpox
Oh, wow.
at the age of 30. So you know probably that the latest you got this thing, the more risk of not making it.
That's what I've heard. It's
Yes.
a little bit riskier as you get older.
Yeah, I was near that. Like it was horrible. Um, I got those, the pimples everywhere, but also inside my lungs. I
Wow.
was near an embolia, like pulmonary embolia.
Yeah.
When- but it was critical because I got the hundreds of pimples inside my lungs. And if one explode inside, done.
That's scary.
Yes. I have to take lots of antibiotics, and then like it was a very urgent situation that fucked it up my whole gut system and my whole immune system, and then I also lost everything. What I mean by everything, I lost all of my muscle memory, all of my sensation. I have to relearn everything, like, and that's how I became, in a way,
Mhm.
very holistic, like I consider myself as a holistic fitness coach. I take the whole aspect of the person, not only the physical and mental, but the other aspect of it. So like this, it's kind of a uh, it's kind of a whole system that I created around that as a coach. Beside that, so it took me pretty much 2 years to go back to normal.
Wow.
And then I start to relearn how to do a handstand and everything. So I have to start from zero. That's the message here. There is many messages I want to say, but no matter what happened to your life, you can always come back to it. You can always transform something negative into something positive to also inspire people. You
Yeah.
know,
That's
I
beautiful.
wrote, I
That's why I
wrote,
like you, man. Without being like, here's the message. I know there's a lot of messages in there. And I keep hearing a lot of messages about pivoting when things go wrong. Like sometimes you have this big dream and this, like you make the decision to come back and do your own production. And then you're hit with like the worst, sickness that you could have in that moment that throws you off track. And it'd be very easy to say, like, that's it. Maybe I'm not meant to do this, or you can create any sort of story from a mishap or a trial in your life. But what I'm hearing from you is there's always a message that you can take out of your hardships and your trials if you're willing to come back out of it and then be a role model or teach people what you learned through that experience, right?
exactly. And then this is amazing because it was meant to be. If I didn't get the chicken pox, I wouldn't be the person I am today. Even if I didn't broke my leg, it's the same. I use these unfortunate events as a drive to make things happen. You know, transform something that happened to you into something positive and inspiring. And that's that's also a thing that I want to tell people. It's everything is possible. You know, I came from hell with these things. Like I couldn't. My day when I got the chicken pox was barely. I couldn't drink coffee and then go back to sleep if I could sleep.
Hmm.
Um, I got like those pimples everywhere. I lost so much weight and in the weight so much muscle. You know, and then all my sensation to tell you that little story within the story. My dad, after seeing me not having the pimples anymore, told me, "Hey, my dad, a Spanish guy, proud, like, hey, son, you're not here to sleep. You came back here to work. So go back to the gym and then do your thing." And I'm like, Dad, I thank you, but I still feel sick. I don't feel good. It's not because I don't have the pimples visible that I'm cured. No, I still feel bad.
Hmm.
And it's like just give it a try, like I'm sure you can do it. So I'm like, okay. So I went to the gym and then warm up. And then suddenly I'm like, okay, I'm going to try a handstand. And then believe it or not, my handstand was worse than a beginner.
Oh man.
Like I'm going into the position, but instead of coming back on my feet or rolling when you fall, I land on my back straight, like boom, like this. And I'm like, okay, there is something wrong. There is something wrong. So then, yes, I have to relearn all of that with the help of my two amazing friends in France. Uh, they are personal trainer. I met them through this process, and they were like, "Okay, we're gonna put you back on track. It's gonna be difficult, but it's possible." So big up for them.
Yeah. So I got a couple questions. Then I want to kind of lead into your coaching and the product that you've created that aligns with your passion, being a handstand specialist. So if someone's listening to this and they're like, I want to be an elite football player, I want to be elite gymnastic, a gymnast or elite in anything. I want to be an entrepreneur and create my own product. What advice would you give that person? Like what type of effort, belief, all of the above do they need to put into that?
Very simple. Just start. Just start and don't question yourself too much. You don't need to be perfect or to be ready to start. Just start and you figure out along the way, no matter what it is. No
Mhm.
matter what it is. The mind is working. The human body, it's an amazing machine, but the mind, it's in a way, it wants to protect you. So in a way, it's sabotaging you. Like, oh, the mind is your body, and then your soul, your spirit wants to do it. And then
Mhm.
your mind is like, you first try, you need to be ready. You need to be, yeah, you need to be ready. But no, you will be ready when you start, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a simple message that I learned through my experience, you know, like, don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Don't be scared of anything.
Yeah.
Don't be scared of the other saying stuff to you, because usually the people that saying bad stuff to you are the person that below you, like envious, jealous. You know, just just forget about it. Just care about the people that are above you doing incredible things. Then yes, you can take those. I always say like positive critics. You
Mhm.
know, so yeah, it's most just start and don't be afraid. Don't be scared.
Don't
Everything's
be
gonna
scared.
everything's gonna work out.
You're gonna fail, you're gonna have setbacks, but you can learn through each of those experiences. They say that's the start that stops most people. The start that stops most people. So if you just follow what Matthew says and get started and then stay
Yeah,
consistent with it.
exactly. And of course, it's not linear. It's always like this, then like that, and then come back. It's always like this because in the end, what's the point to be linear?
Yeah.
Boring. You don't learn anything. You
Yeah.
need to what it counts for me personally, and I know also for most of my people, I want to say um, it's not it's not the end. It's the person you become during the process. You know,
Yes.
this is just that. This is just that because the end there is no ending.
There is no end to
There is no
entrepreneur
end.
elite. Yeah.
There is steps. Okay, for example, me when I was my dream was to work for Cirque du Soleil, but then after that it became the steps because I want to go beyond. I want to go beyond that. I want to be my own show, my own performance. You know, just that as an example.
Yeah. One of my favorite podcasters is Ed Milet, and he always says, I'm addicted to the expansion of my soul. Like you're
Yeah,
always expanding,
but that's
challenging yourself.
powerful.
And
This
that's
is
where you find
really
I find that's where you find the most joy is when like we're here on earth, I believe, to grow, to experience, to fail, to learn from our mistakes.
exactly.
and to continue growing. You can't just stay still in life. You're either going up or you're going down.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, and I mean, what's the point again? Like when you know what's gonna happen, eh, it's not the same taste, you know?
Yeah.
Going into something, of course, going somewhere with some certainties, of course, and then some stuff that you learn, but you got to step up no matter what,
Yeah.
you know?
I've got one more question along being an elite gymnast and handstand specialist and working in Circle A before we go on to this new product that you've designed. What does it take? Like, okay, I understand you've got to just start. You just take the first steps, you've got to start. But for you, for example, to be an elite gymnast, how much time and effort and consistency did you have to put in to your training to get to the elite level? Is it like an hour a day, 2 hours a day?
Ah, well, it's my whole life actually, because especially gymnastics. Gymnastics, I always say, if you know how to do gymnastics, you can do any other sports. That teaches you so many everything actually for the in the human body point of view, um, and that requires, if you want to go high level, that requires 30 hours plus per week of
Yeah.
training minimum, because it's you have so many aspects, the physical aspect, the technical aspect, and it's and the repetition of the movement, because in gymnastics, and then especially in gymnastics, you are judged, so it has to be perfect.
Mhm.
And then it's a very ungrateful sport for the amount of effort, you know.
Yeah.
But that's also, gymnastics teaches me a lot of lesson in life, you know. Gymnastics made me like being ready for the world.
For everything else
Yes,
in the world.
yes.
Something I caught early on when you started telling your story that I think about from a book that I've read like 60 times called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill
Yeah, I
is he
heard about it.
talks about the making a decision quickly. When you have an idea, you make a decision quickly. Like you on that playground, or when you first saw those kids doing that, you're like, tried it and you were like, I want to do this. Like you
Yeah,
made a decision. You weren't like, let me think about if this is what I should do. You're like, I want to do this. And the same thing with I want to be in Circle A. You made your tape, you put it out there, you did all the preparation, and you just made the decision to do that. You like even when you were working Circle A and then you went back home to France. You just made a decision. You're like, I'm gonna do my own thing, and you just went. You just made that decision and did it. I think too many people stay in their head too long about maybe I should do this, maybe I should not, maybe this, but you just act quickly on your decisions and then execute.
yeah, exactly. And that's the um like I don't think too much, because when I feel it deeply, I know this is exactly what I have to do. I know this is that,
Yeah.
without maybe knowing why. But when you have this gut feeling, you can't deny it.
Mhm.
And then most people now, they ignore that, and that's why there is also the maybe I should. No. And then in the end, what it comes, it's regrets. I should have. Hopefully sometimes it's not too late.
Yeah. Tony Robbins makes a joke. They said people are shoulding all over their self.
Yes,
I should have
exactly.
done this. I should have done that. It's one of a big shift that happened in our life when I talked to you before we started recording about shifting and pivoting and helping my friend start this natural peptide company. We were like, I built a very successful business over the course of 14 years. Was a good steward of our money, like paid off our home. I retired my parents 10 years ago, bought vacation
Amazing.
rental properties and paid them off. And so they're rented. We were in the middle of building our dream house, which I'm in right now, when I lost a business that we built for 14 years. And initially, the thought was like, okay, I'm just going to sell this, finish building this dream house, sell it, take all that cash back. We have our home that's already paid for, and I'm just going to kind of retire in a way. I'm going to like do podcasts, write a book, but not really worry about earning money or anything.
Yeah.
And then I had a conversation with the founder of this natural peptide company, and he's like, brother, we're building $1 billion. He's like, come help us build this $1 billion company. And before that phone call was even over, I was sitting with my wife and kind of like looked over it. We had it on speakerphone, and I'm like, we're gonna do this. And it was like I just made a decision. So sometimes people are like, how do you know that you're gonna be successful? And I was like, because I'm going to do it. Like I made a decision, and I'm gonna do the steps every day, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn as I go. And as
Yeah.
long as I don't stop, my success is inevitable.
Yeah.
And so I think that's with anything in business. So let's talk a little bit about how.
Inspiring. By saying that, you're very inspiring. I love that. This is
Thank
amazing.
you. And it's also sometimes there's risk to it too, where we're like,
Yeah.
let's just keep building this home because I know that we'll be successful. Like, and who knows, whatever happens in the future, like it's not the end of the world. Like as long as we have, as you know, in one story of your part of your story, your health is everything. Health and relationships, like a house, an income, a job, all those things you can replace by doing something else besides your
Exactly.
health and your relation, your
Yeah.
most loved relationships. So let's talk a little bit about, you're a handstand specialist, you're like a health and wellness like coach, and you have this product. Talk to us about that. You're like a holistic coach, but tell us about how you discovered and started and developed your product. And by the way, first, before you go, happy birthday,
Well,
Matt.
thank
It's
you.
Matthew's birthday.
I'm 25. No,
25.
I wish.
I think he means 25 years till the typical retirement age.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Well, tell us about your coaching and your product and all of that stuff.
So there is always a story, like the stuff they don't come just like that. There is always a thing. So I'm coming back into the chicken pox. Once I my chicken pox was finally, let's say, gone, this is when I started to create my own act, my own performance. But I wanted to create something unique, something different. Everybody was telling me, "Oh, you're a very good hand balancer. Why don't you do just a cane, the simple canes hand balancing act, or strap act, or like?" And I'm like, "Yes, thank you, but no, I want to do something that I'm the only one doing." You
Mm.
know. So I created this performance act called Balance Wheel. So it's a combination of steel, but within the circus industry, let's say. Imagine they call it a sear wheel. A sear wheel is just a circle of
Hmm.
steel where people spin inside and then do all of things. You probably saw that
I've
somewhere.
seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Circle A, there's a Cirque one right in our mall parking lot right now.
Yeah.
And we go see
So
that and they have that.
So you see, and this is a very common discipline, in circus. So what happened is I add things to it. I add two parallel bars inside the circle,
Hmm.
and then two arch parallel bars outside of it. And that's why I call it balance wheel, because I manipulate these bars and then doing hand balancing in a unique way, which is moving in different ways. And I do also acrobatics, spinning, rolling, and then all of that, uh, and I created this act, and then I've been very successful with it. Did some TV shows and everything for I started in 2012 when my chicken pox was gone, But then I started to be successful in Europe. A lot of shows in Germany, cabaret, and shows and everything, all over actually. Been traveling all over with it. And then, literally 10 years ago, I post a video of me with this balance wheel. So it's big, it's kind of bigger than me, you
Okay.
know. Um, and I post a very visual hand balancing on the balance wheel on Instagram. So I'm in France at this time, and it's around midnight, you know. So I post on Instagram, and then I go to sleep. And then during the night, I woke up suddenly, and I'm like, "What time is it? I need to see the time." And I check my phone, and I couldn't see the time because there's like 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 going like crazy. I'm like, "What's going on? What's going on here?" So I found out it was 3 a.m., you know, and then I'm like, okay, I need to know what's going on. So I figured out that a guy, a well-known guy in the fitness industry in calisthenics, his name is Frank Medrano. I don't know if you know about him. He has the same haircut as you, and he's in LA. He saw my video on Instagram and he shared it into his Facebook and Instagram, and he became viral. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. And then I saw there was like thousands of comments. And then I'm like, okay, so I'm up now, so I'm gonna read all the comments by curiosity.
Yeah.
And I want to say like 80% of the comments were like, wow, this is amazing, where I can buy this apparatus.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, boom, I got it. I got something here.
Hmm.
So this is how the BoliFit device were born. I decided to make this big wheel a smaller version and then create a workout method around it. And but it's also unique because it's all around balance. You know, it took, it takes a lot of time because I was at this time, I was like, I need to be ready to launch. I need to be ready to figure out the things, and I was scared because it was something exciting, but also something scary because I was scared to fail,
Hmm.
you know. But I was also scared to succeed. That's the thing, you know. So and I'm like, I need. So I figure out a lot of things. It's patented, it's protected. I actually have the two patents here with me, you know.
Oh, cool.
Yes, there is a design patent, but also utility patent, which is the method of it. Uh, and then I'm like, okay, now how do I do everything? You know, so I figure out along the way, and now it's ready to the world. You know, not to the world yet, to Las Vegas. That's because I'm just starting today, the day of my birthday. As I told you, I am launching my online shop where people can go there and then they can purchase the BoliFit device.
So awesome.
Yeah,
We'll make sure in in the comments of this on YouTube and on Apple Podcasts, so we put a link to that shop so that people can go check that
yeah,
out and get one if they want.
yeah. And then what it comes with it, it's there is a QR code, and in this QR code you have more than 250 exercise, like how to use it. You know, it
Hmm.
is from easy to difficult, and so you can type, you can choose. Um, and it's all around balance. Some exercise will make you feel amazing. Some exercise will make you discover more about yourself. Some exercise will challenge your balance. It's all around balance. When you work on when you focus on the balance, the other things around, which is strength, mobility, agility, flexibility, cardio, all of these components into the fitness world are being enhanced around balance.
Perfect.
That's the beauty of it. Um, so you have that, and you also have let's say a bonus of three courses that I created. There is one called Road to Handstand, where I show you how to learn a handstand from zero.
Cool.
which you have 7 steps. There is also a challenge. It's a 21-day kettlebell challenge, also for beginners, intermediate, and advanced. And there is also another course that I created. It's called the Power Boost Method. It's for people that have the excuse of not having time. You know, now with this, not no excuse, because I created those 10-15 minute workout, very simple, very easy to follow. So like this, people can still reach their goals and then make time, you know.
Yeah.
So this is the whole package that I created for the people.
That's awesome. Yeah, we'll put that link in there and I'm excited to check it out as well. I know you texted it to me, but I haven't had a chance to click on that. So I'll click on that today and we'll take a look at it. So Matthew, I've learned a lot from you, just the tips and like one of the things I keep hearing over and over is like you just gotta there's gonna be obstacles, there's gonna be challenges, but you just take the next step. And one other thing that I really keep hearing a lot is you don't have to know how to like have everything figured out. Like you figure it out as you go. You just got to make that decision
Yeah.
and take that next step. So I'm going to ask you I kind of want to ask you a last question. What do you attribute your success in life to? Now, no, success is different for everybody. For success, it might be having more time with loved ones. For someone, it might be having their dream job. For someone, it might be making $500,000 a year, and that'll be success for them. Or like there's different definitions of success. I want to make sure we understand that. But I look at you and I'm like, this guy is successful. Like he's got good health, he's passionate, he's excited about life, he's not afraid to fail, and just bold and confident in going after his goals and dreams. Like that to me is successful. I know you probably have more layers of success that you want to go after, but what do you contribute your success to?
Keeping faith.
Keeping the faith.
Yes. No matter what. No matter what. It's I would have been discouraged so much and give up so much if my if I wouldn't uh, keep the faith, because I know that during some dark moments there is always the light. Always. You just have to trust the process. If there is obstacle during your way of success, it's for a reason. I call it the universe. The universe puts you there. It's for a reason. There's always a reason. It's not because it's like that. It is just there is a lesson to learn, or there is like maybe you didn't implement, or you didn't understood what's going on when you are forcing something somewhere and it's not opening, the door are not opening. That means that those doors are not maybe for you, but maybe look over there, open open the thing. And then this is where I want to say my success, because a success call another success, and then different area in a holistic way, all of the
Yeah.
area of your life. Um, it's to be open as well to possibilities, and to see the signs where, oh, here there is an opportunity, here there is, but if there is an opportunity but you don't feel it, also you need to listen to your gut.
Yeah.
This is so important. uh, I I don't want to say I consider myself as successful, because I still have goals to reach, but there is the success is never, it's never, oh, I am successful. There is always, it's a never ending
Yeah.
as well.
And I think because you understand that, that's part of what makes you successful and will continue because that it's not an end destination. Like I've achieved success. It's never ending pursuit of growing yourself, serving, like find out how we can serve others and help others. I find it interesting that you mentioned faith. Like the first word you said was faith. Like so for us right now, we had this email come through yesterday where we're in a contract with something that has to do with real estate.
Yeah.
And the contractor is not following through with their word. Basically, they're not paying some construction interest that is in the contract that they're supposed to. And I got this email and they're like, hey, from the bank, like, hey, they're not paying this, so it's going to be on you unless you want negative a dent to your credit. Like I know they're under contract to do that, but they're not. And it's almost done and you might have to cover it the next. And initially it's like, so like reading that so upset, right? And my wife was upset. I was upset inside, but I was like, my message to her I texted her this morning, like, hey, I know that's not how it's supposed to be. I know it's been a pain in the butt, but we have to keep faith that things will work out the way that they're supposed to work out. And all we can do, and so that we can focus on serving people and helping people the best we can. I believe if we just stay focused on that, no matter what happens, it will work out in the end
Exactly.
somehow. We've got to have that faith. So I think it's interesting that you shared that with me.
But this is interesting also because it leads to something that I learned through the process of a life. Let's say it's the only thing that you can control. It's how you react to things that are happening to you. You can control the stuff that's going on, but you can control how you react to it. And the reaction, it's like an action reaction. The more you react with anger, with frustration, with fears, that this is going to rebound and come back worse. What's happened. You cannot do anything about it.
Yeah.
You know? The only thing again that you can control it's you, how you react to things. And I taking that as an example. You, for example, like what you just told me, like yes, you at first you got this frustration, and then you're like, oh, come on, like do your job, do
Yeah.
the thing. But then you're like, no, you got to keep the faith. Maybe in a way, it's going to work out.
Yeah.
So not spending the energy and the focus on that, and that's where the universe is like, okay, he's got it. Now I'm going to make the things smooth for him.
Make things smooth. And it might be in a different area that works out better. You never know.
Exactly. And you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. He knows. I mean, I say he, yeah.
Yeah.
He knows. He sees everything.
Absolutely.
So, and and in the end also, we are all connected.
Yeah.
So
Now thinking about something else, just to wrap this up about what you said about listening to, did you say listening to your heart? Listen to your gut is the word that you said,
yeah.
right? About what is your next move, having like this open view of like opportunities that might be around you. One thing that I think about all the time is there's so much noise in the world on social media, everywhere telling you, you got to do this is what you should do, that it can be overwhelming. And a lot of them could be good advice. It could be
Yeah.
someone with great success and good intentions, like telling you, do this, do this, do this. But I always say, and you said it in a very similar way, that I always say, you said, listen to your gut. And I always say, listen to the whisper. Like you gotta like shut off the social media, shut off everything, and just listen to what God and the universe are telling you. And you have everything inside of you to know what your next steps are.
We all have the answers already in us. We just need to open it and then listen to this whisper and then shut out the big noises on the other one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then take that first step and keep going after it.
Yes.
Awesome.
Totally.
Dude, Matthew, it's been awesome having a conversation today with you on your birthday and super excited to share this. I'll probably edit it today and have it up by tomorrow for sure. So
Yeah,
super excited
that's
to share that with everybody.
I wanted to thank you like so much to give me the opportunity to talk to you and then to for the people to know more about what I'm about, who I am, and then how I can help them the best way.
Awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited for the people that are going to try your product and learn handstands for the first time. That might even be us. I know my wife's been trying to get my two young boys into gymnastics, and they just never have taken the 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 choice yet. But I'm going to show this to them also so they can be inspired by you.
Oh, by the way, I forgot. I also wrote a book
Okay, cool.
called Unleashing the Handstand in You.
Oh, awesome. You'll have to text me the link to that too if I don't have
Yeah,
it, and I'll
I
make
will. I
sure to put
will.
that in there. Okay, awesome. Thank you for the awesome conversation today, Matthew. And once again, happy birthday.
Thank you, Scotty. I appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us on this episode. We hope that you enjoyed the conversation that we shared with you today. We're here to remind you that your family is your most important work on earth, help you feel better, and learn how to earn more income for your family. If you enjoyed this episode with Matthew, please leave a positive review, clip what you like, or share it with a friend. My friend, it's time to level up.